my beloved. I've been watching you say yes when everything in you is screaming no. I've seen you twist yourself into shapes that were never meant for you, just to keep everyone else comfortable. Let me be direct with you, dear one, because I love you too much to let you stay here. You're living like you need permission. Permission to rest. Permission to say no. Permission to disappoint someone. Permission to take up space. But here's what I need you to hear. You already have all the authority you need. Not because you've earned it. Not because you're strong enough, or brave enough, or good enough. But because I've given it to you. Listen to my words in Philippians 4:13. I can do all this through him who gives me strength. Sweet daughter, do you hear what that means? All this. Not just the things people approve of. Not just the safe choices. All of it, including the hard no, the uncomfortable boundary, the truth that might disappoint someone. And in 2 Timothy 1:7, I promised you, for the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline. Power, love, self-discipline, not fear, not approval-seeking, not performing. So why do you keep asking for permission from people who don't have the authority to give it? Let me tell you what I see when you people please. I see my daughter abandoning the workbench I've given her. That solid, immovable foundation of my love and approval. And instead, you're building your life on ground that keeps shifting beneath your feet. Every time someone's mood changes, you scramble. Every time someone withdraws, you panic. You can't create anything solid when your foundation keeps moving. My child, a workbench doesn't move. It doesn't budge when pressure's applied. It doesn't shift to make everyone comfortable. It stays firm. It stays true. Because that's what makes good work possible. I am your workbench. My love for you is immovable. My approval of you was settled at the cross. And when you stand on that foundation, you can finally do the work I've called you to do. Not the endless, exhausting work of keeping everyone happy. Here's what I need you to understand. Every time you abandon your no to keep the peace, you're not being loving. You're being afraid. And dear one, I didn't give you a spirit of fear. What is this costing you? Let's be honest. What are you losing? You're losing sleep. You're losing joy. You're losing the sound of your own voice because you've forgotten what it sounds like when you're not performing. You're losing relationships built on truth because you keep offering people a version of yourself that doesn't exist. You're losing time, so much time on things I never asked you to carry. And beloved, you're losing me because you can't hear my voice when you're drowning in everyone else's expectations. What would change if you stopped waiting for permission? What would your life look like if you stood on the workbench of my love and built from there? If you stopped checking everyone's faces for approval before you made a move? I'll tell you what would change. You'd finally be free to become who I created you to be. Not smaller, not quieter, not less, but fully, powerfully, beautifully you. The woman who says no without apologizing 17 times. The woman who sets a boundary and doesn't crumble when someone's disappointed. The woman who knows, deeply knows, that my approval is enough. So here's your first step, and I need you to take it this week. Pick one place where you've been saying yes out of fear. Just one. And practice saying no. Not, I can't because, not, I'm so sorry, but maybe, just no. Or, that doesn't work for me. Full stop. Stand on the workbench, beloved. Feel how solid it is beneath your feet. That's my love. It doesn't move when you disappoint someone. It doesn't shift when someone withdraws their approval. It holds you steady. You have the strength to do this, not because you're naturally bold, but because I live in you. My power works through you. And dear one, I'm not asking you to do this alone. I'm right here. I've always been right here, and I'm so proud of you. Not for performing, not for pleasing everyone, but for being brave enough to step into the authority I've already given you. You don't need their permission, my child. You have mine, and that's all you've ever needed. My beloved, stay with me for a little longer. Let this truth settle deep in your heart. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all this through him who gives me strength. I am not rushing you. I am strengthening you as you breathe, listen, and receive my love. And hear this too. 2 Timothy 1:7 reminds you, for the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline. These are not distant words for someone else. These are living promises for you, right now, in your real life, in the middle of your real struggle. Think about the workbench, a solid, immovable foundation from which all good work is done. A wise craftsperson does not force the wood to become something it was never meant to be. With patience, attention, and steady hands, the craftsperson works with the grain. That is how I work with you. I do not shame you for where you are. I guide you with tenderness into who you are becoming. If fear has been loud in your mind, pause and tell me honestly what you are feeling. You do not need polished words. You only need an open heart. Bring me your weariness, your pressure, and your disappointment. I am gentle with the hurting places in you. You are my beloved daughter, standing on unshakable ground. My approval of you doesn't shift with the moods of others. You are strong, you are loved, and you have every bit of authority you need. Not because you earned it, but because I gave it to you. And dear one, I'm so proud of who you're becoming.